But perhaps this document is the
And
most
we are live.
affidavit signed
Uh,
last
there's a mute mic button over there.
for the
You
murder.
might it's a mute your mic button in the corner. You might want to hit that, Yael, because we hear a lot of stuff in the background. But hey, this is the Yasha Ben Yishrael show. Right over here with Eric Mad Scientist, and we got my boy Theo Yael in the house. This is going to be a good show because me and Yael go way, way back, and he and it's only he and another brother that was with me from the beginning, and I mean the beginning. Yael is so important to me that let me tell y'all about this brother. His mother was the first woman to introduce me and her family to black consciousness. Yeah, I was in the Christian church and this and that, but his mother, I swear, man, that lady, man, opened us up to black consciousness, and from that point on, everything, man, through time, everything began to sink in order, man, and everything began to hit 360. And I think that me and Yael, we even began to elevate to a black consciousness that they didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, my man, hey, I take my hat off to him and his family, man, because if it wasn't for the McKee family, y'all wouldn't even be talking to me on this level. I'd probably be in a Christian church somewhere. So Eric, mad scientist, introduce yourself, man. Let the world know about you, what you've been up to, man, since the last time we've been on the air.
Yeah, that's Eric the Mad Scientist, aka Gabrielle Hamalakia. You can catch her on Facebook, Gabrielle Hamalakia, Eric the Mad Scientist, and Eric Trueheart. You can catch me on YouTube, Eric the Mad Scientist, Gabrielle Hamalakia. You can catch me on TikTok, Eric the Mad Scientist, Gabrielle Hamalakia. You can catch me on Instagram, TrueHot30. You can catch me on Bing, Eric the Mad Scientist. We're just doing the same thing we've been doing, teaching, doing presentations, waking the people up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Now, this is my brother Theo. Theo, introduce yourself, man. Let the world know who you is. Let the world to you, man. Let the world know who you is.
Theopolis McKee, born and raised in Detroit City. You know, just a guy. Just be trying to chill, to stay out of trouble right now, my guy. I ain't into nothing else. Nothing spectacular. I'm just staying out of the way. So right now, just being cool, man. That's all. Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Your phone is kind
man.
of breaking up a little bit.
Oh, it's breaking up.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh well, you know how these phones is, man. Shit.
Yeah. So yeah, man. Tell them about, man, this Israelite experience, man. Tell them about Yasha, man, the Yasha that you know before you came into the Israelite experience.
Oh man, well, one thing about it is, from day one, I always been enlightened, man, from your conversations, man. It goes beyond the Yahshua. I mean, just our basic relationship, man. It goes beyond that, man. Well, I mean, we didn't talk about so much different things, man. I mean, man, but it's been very, very enlightening, man. But I'm just, me, man. I'm just in it. I'm in this setting with you, man, on the level, trying to, you actually learn some more shit from you, man. You know that, man.
Dig
That's
it,
all
dig
I'm trying to. I'm trying to pick your damn brain, man. You know that, man.
it, dig it,
Always
dig
been
it.
trying to pick your brain, man. You know that, man. It's
And,
a,
and
it's essential. It's important for me, man. Cause hey, look, you like to teach it to me, man. How the hell I'm gonna act like I know something? I learned everything from you, dog.
the people we hear a lot of people talk about today. A lot of the opposition. They talk about they want to talk about computer Israelites. They like to say guys like me as a computer Israelite that we didn't put in no works. Tell these guys how out there on the streets hustling and doing your thing, and how this young man came over there, man, and started teaching you some things that you never heard before, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't come to you just like these regular Christian person did. I came to you with some real substance.
Well, man, I was on the clock when you seen me, dude. So every time I do something, you know me, shit, when they come in you come in, I hear the word from you, and as soon as I get the word, I give it right to my boys, man. I was letting them know well, you remember the time when I was in the Harbor Light. And you came
Yeah.
up there and you gave me the book, man. And they swore up and down that you was coming up there to bring me marijuana and whatever the fuck, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, it was deep as hell, dude.
Yeah, Harbor Light was like a detention center. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yep, I was locked up when I was locked up. And they had me on the well, actually I had a dream, man, when I was up in Harbor Light, right? I was out partying with Big Rich and Marcus and them, bro. And sure enough, man, I hadn't had no marijuana in about 2 months, bro, because I was in Harbor Light. Do you know the motherfucker? I had that dream, man. I had dropped the dirty the next day. And them motherfuckers, they was about to keep me, bro. They were about to send me upstate. So in all actuality, shit, I had Big Al came and picked me up, dude. And I was out of Harbor Light, man. That next hour because they was finna lock me up, bro. And yeah, I would have got a number and everything. But if I wouldn't have Big Al that come and pick me up right afterwards, oh man, I'd have got a number and everything, bro.
But you talk about the life changing message.
But that was part of it because remember you had just left from Little Rock Baptist doing your hookup. Remember that? Yeah. Well, you was up there against the Nation of Islam and all the other people up there. And them people they were scared of you, bro. That was one of them days where the people at Harbor Light knew who you were.
Yeah, I was telling Eric, man, back in the day, man, I used to be preaching in Christian churches. I mean, I would be doing things with Minister Dawood, which was the leader of the Nation of Islam. All that belief to buy. So I was real active when I was much in this movement. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, but that's what we was with. I mean, that's when I first met your boy Big Guy. They used to come up. Yes.
Now Dayael was because I would tell Eric about Dayael. Dayael was the guy. Dayael was the guy that would his family was like big elite. You know what I'm saying? They was Freemasons for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about they were big elite. They were so elite that the dormitories at Wayne County Community College is named after his sister because his sister is like the head honcho, like the president of the whole school. I tell you times where me and Daniel have went to see Louis Farrakhan, and after the show, Louis Farrakhan came right over there to the table and hollered at me and Daniel. Dayael knew Farrakhan, Ben Ami, Dawood Mohammed. He was the guy that would when I would tell y'all that how my crew used to be bodyguards for Malik Shabazz and Mohammed and all of these guys. It was through Dayael. Dayael was the big guy that put all that stuff together. And God rest his soul.
Oh yeah. Daniel was a beautiful guy, man. I mean, cool. I mean, just a cool brother, bro. For real. Yeah, but yeah, man, that was the main things I was breaking up with those y'all, back then hanging with y'all, man, with Danielle and it was very enlightening, man. Very hanging with y'all, bro.
Yeah, we talking about 30 years ago.
Yeah, that's a wild time.
The thing about that is right now the Israelite movement is one of the biggest movements on the planet. Who'd have ever thought that we would be pioneers of that?
Well,
There's a lot of echo when you're talking, guys.
Okay, I'll mute my mic.
oh yeah, I'm good now, man. My phone be messing up. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right.
I know it sounds better. It's just every time you were talking, y'all see, it's like a little static coming with your voice.
Even when I talk,
it's either that or somebody. It sounds like somebody listening to us too.
yeah,
While we
I'm
talking.
going in the background like a TV or something.
Yeah.
I know it can't be mine because my TV on them there on. I know mine's extra low now.
Yeah, you don't hear it. You don't hear it now.
Y'all hear it? Y'all do it?
No, we don't hear it.
All right.
Well, maybe your mic. Maybe you just got to turn your mic down a little bit, y'all, because I hear when I talk a little bit.
Do you know how to do
talk
that?
too? It's like my voice carrying. Is you listening to us too? Or like are you playing something that's like are you playing?
No, it's completely silent over here.
Okay, man, hold on. Maybe it's mine. Might be
Going in the background over there.
No, it don't sound like something playing in the background. It sounds like when I'm talking. You know how like somebody when you know how like if I was listening to us on another phone, and when somebody talking, it sounds like it's coming through. It's like that. It sounds like an echo. But it might be just my headphones, so it might not even be the show thing.
I hear something in the background like a TV or a radio in somebody's background. Yeah, yeah, man. You know, I was telling Yael, you know, when me and Yael I have had a lot of growth since the last time I talked to him. And you know, when I first came into this, I was a New Testament Israelite. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I was telling them that I was a New Testament Israelite. You know, and that today I don't believe in those principles anymore. You know what I'm saying? I no longer believe that I don't believe in none of the New Testament. You know, it's because the New Testament is a part of Christianity. The minute you add Testament onto the Old Testament, then that becomes a totally different religion. What separates Christianity from Judaism is Old Testament people. And that's what we are. We're Old Testament people. We're Old Testament Israelites. Old Testament Israelites. And a lot has changed, you know, since the last time that I was doing ministry with you. I was a Yeshua man, a Jesus man. Today, through lots of research, I've come to find out that a lot of those things are no longer true. You know what I'm saying? You know, basically what these Europeans have done, man, was took the New Testament and everything in the New Testament, they basically created another book and affixed it to a book and used this whole book together called the Bible to usurp Israelite authority and dominance in the world. And this is why Christians think they're to the Jews who God chose. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all with me?
Yep. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yep, I hear you, my guy.
You know, there's a lot of things I was telling you earlier, you know, that things that I've learned, man, that's just not true. You know what I'm saying? We don't believe in the invisible spook. You know, we don't believe that people get to talk about this spirit world. You know, when you study the Hebrew language, when you look up the word that they translated for spirit, simply means to breathe. You know, so a spirit man is a breathing man and a living man, not some invisible, uncorporeal, spooky, ghostly type. You know what I'm saying? There's a scripture in the New Testament that says, "Be careful of the company who you keep, because you could be entertaining angels unaware." That goes to tell you that even in the New Testament, that they understood angels to be human beings and not these non-corporeal spiritual entities. What you say about that, Eric?
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I think I think that the New Testament created everything, and as far as making Hebrew thought into basing it into creating like what they call spookism.
Yeah, like they just make it into a spooky thing, you know. Uh, yeah, I just wanted to, just have my man on the air, just sit up here and let him know, a couple things. I ain't been with him in a while, and I kind of thought that it would be a nice thing, man, let him know what we got going on and what we doing over here.
And
Well,
yeah,
shoot, I had been on the outside for a while, man. Just I hadn't really, I thought about doing it, but you know how it is. You know how it is when you on the outside looking in,
Mm-hmm.
But that's part of the fear, man. But perfect love casts out all fear, man.
Yeah.
And that's literally, yeah, it can't be no fear with them.
Eric, do you think that is important? What importance do you think that in the difference between what we teach and what other people teach? And why
I
do you think it's important?
because I think, I mean, even though I say this word, people, because they take it likely, I mean, they take it the wrong way when I say this, but we don't teach in a religious way. When I say religious way, I mean that we teach in a cultural way to get people to understand that these people taught in a national and culture way, meaning meaning a lot of these things is based off of more deeper concepts than they was taken from Christianity. Like when we speak on spirit being the breath, when we speak on angels being messengers of actually men, we speak on Satan being meaning the adversary that is another nation or a person that is against God. When we speak on stuff like the firmament, showing how it was a point in time where these people thought that it was a solid place in the air that's how water was released through the sky. So it's about understanding a culture, an ancient people at a certain time, and the things they thought and the way they taught, because people know Egypt mythology, people know Greek mythology, people understand Sumerian mythology, they understand all these, but they don't understand Israelite mythology, and they take a lot
Yeah.
of stuff literal in times when it's not supposed to be literal. They don't understand the science in it. They only don't understand the symbolism in it. They only don't understand the morals in it. So it got to be a time when you understand when you're reading something that this is the time you understand this is moral. This is the time where the history is at. This is where the science is at. This is where the mythology is at.
So you're saying that most people look at this like a religion, where we see it as more as like morals, ethics, and culture.
Yes, because if you think of a religion, because religious people, as when I talk to them, they take everything literal. So now, when they saying that, okay, something like say like Jesus walking on water, we know this is not nothing that ever happened or not can't happen, scientifically can't happen, and you never gonna see it happen, and you can't do it. So why do you believe in this? And if you don't understand that this is something mythology, this is something that's based off of something else that has nothing to do with a man walking on water, you're gonna believe this man walks on water, and then when you start believing in stuff like that, what can't you believe in? If you think a
Yeah.
man can put mud over your eyes and make you see, what can't you believe in?
One of the biggest things to get me is the virgin birth thing. You
Yeah,
know, they'll tell you that Jesus was born of virgin birth, right? And then when you go and read, it'll tell you that the prophets had prophesied, as if though the prophets prophesied birth. When you get to the book of Isaiah, where this so-called prophecy of a virgin birth take place, you'll read in Isaiah there's a young virgin. Is with, what's that? A young woman is with child, and shall be with child, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Now, the problem with that is that in translation, the Alma is where every time the word Alma popped up, they translated this Hebrew word from Alma to mean, but in Hebrew, the word meant young woman. When you read and when you study the Hebrew text and read it in the original Hebrew, you're going to find out that these Europeans grossly mistranslated the text. Yes, your English is mistranslated. I've always heard as a child that the Bible has been tampered with, and it has, right? This is why we studied the original Hebrew language. And when we study language, the Hebrew language basically says that it says a young woman is pregnant, and you shall call this child Emmanuel. You see?
yeah, and yeah, because and what I hate when people do is these people are trying to tell me, like I got the discussion with somebody earlier, and they were trying to tell me that the Catholics made this virgin birth thing up, like it's not in the New Testament, and then I showed the verse what it's literally saying that Mary was a virgin. Trying to now they're trying to,
Yeah.
because we exposing this stuff, now they're trying to twist the story around and make it seem like, oh, Joseph was the father of Jesus. But when you go to Joseph's genealogy, it does not say that. It goes through Joseph's genealogy, and then it says the husband of Mary. It don't say the father of Jesus. And so it's not, he wouldn't be a miracle then. You see what I'm saying? So that's what they're trying to change it, because we're exposing a lot of stuff. Like I told people, when they try to say he was born in the with the Holy Spirit, which is what the Spirit of God, and I said, well, how come when he got baptized, the Spirit of God supposed to came down like a dove upon him? So how was he baptized? How was he born in the Spirit when he supposed to gather the Spirit in baptism? So there's a
Hey,
lot of things that people are not teaching right.
do you think you could pull that up in the Hebrew text?
Which one?
The Isaiah 7. Kabod.
Isaiah 7.
Yeah, you can go to kabod.org.
I gotta jump into my computer.
I probably can do it because I'm on the PC.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's basically like I think it's the translations and the New Testament adding these type of books, because the people who they don't even know half of the people that wrote these books, and then Paul is based off of just a vision. Um, and I don't like the cherry picking verses people do, and that's why like tomorrow I'm gonna speak on the verse when they talk about children bashing children rocks against their head, and do God condone rape? Because a lot of people take a verse and try to make it seem like it say God condone rape. See what it say right here, or see he killing children, and that's not what happened. Because you have to read the whole story. You can't just take a piece of a verse and say this is what happened. You got to understand the story and why. So I'm gonna show when you say bashing children rock heads against a rock, it's not something that they actually did. It's called contemporary prayer, and you can find out what that mean tomorrow when y'all watch the show.
Yeah. So when we look at it, when we're looking at this text right here, right? Did it come up?
No, it ain't pop up. You gotta share it and then push it on the screen.
What I didn't do. I haven't been on here so long. I forgot what to do.
You go to share, and then you go.
I push share. It should have popped right up.
Well, when you push share, it should pop up with the category which one you trying to show. Then you push on that.
Okay. Let me see. Share screen. Okay, there we go. There we go. Boy, I ain't been on here so long, Eric. Boy, if you wasn't here, I'd be lost. Okay, push share. Now we go down here. You see, I like this here because you see this here, this here version of the scripture. This is Isaiah 14. This is in the Hebrew Bible. You see on the left, on your left hand side, you should see the English, and on your right hand side, you'll see the Hebrew. And in English, it's therefore the Lord, right? Therefore the Lord of his own shall give you a sign. Behold, the young woman is with child. For a woman to be with child, that in Hebrew that means she's pregnant, right? The young woman is with child, meaning that she's pregnant right now, and she shall bear a son. She's pregnant right now, and she shall give birth to a son, and you shall call his name Emmanuel. This is not a prophecy 2,000 or 1,000 years or 700 years. They're trying to say what this prophet was telling you, that in his lifetime a young woman shall be pregnant and shall bring forth a son. This was not talking about, if you go back up to the verse 1, it'll tell you that these things were going to happen in the days of Ahaz, not in the days of Jesus, not in the days of King Herod, right? This prophet was prophesying something that was supposed to take place in his day and in his time. Look here, you got Lacan, 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 Adonai, Hua, Lacon, Hannah, Alma. This okay in Hebrew right here, right? You got if you could parse these words into Hebrew, starting from the right, you see the 13 verse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. The 8th word is what I want to focus on. This says Ha'alma Hara. That means the woman is pregnant. Right? So when the prophet prophesied, the prophet was prophesying in the Hebrew language, telling you that at 720 BC, that woman was pregnant right then, not some 700 years later in the time of Jesus. So the prophet Isaiah never prophesied a virgin birth. Because Alma does not mean virgin, it means young woman. As you can see right here, it says the young woman is with child. It doesn't say virgin. They have mistranslated that word Alma to make you believe that it was virgin, and that word does not mean virgin. This here is a direct translation of the Hebrew Bible. And in this verse translation, for those who don't understand English, the word virgin is not in the 14th verse. So I'm telling you that the prophet Isaiah never prophesied a virgin birth. That whole stuff in the New Testament is a made-up lie. My challenge to anybody who disagrees, show me what prophet in the Old Testament prophesied the virgin birth of Jesus Christ. Because this ain't it. This is the verse that you Christians prophesy that Jesus was going to be born a virgin birth. When we go all the way back to the Old Testament, this is why I tell you people, you got to study the Old Testament, because the Old Testament never prophesied a virgin birth. And if the New Testament telling you that the prophets prophesied a virgin birth and they didn't prophesy a virgin birth, then that means that the Christians is lying.
Yeah, they also in that verse, it tells you that Isaiah was speaking to King Ahaz and telling him this sign of this virgin birth is supposed to be God sending a sign to Ahaz, telling him that he would be protected against the nations that was attacking him. So if it's a prophecy to King Ahaz telling him that he would be safe, then why is people trying to say something that's 2,000 or thousands of years later when it's supposed to be a sign to let Ahaz know that God had his back? Why, if I'm Ahaz, why would I care if I'm dead and you telling me a prophecy when I'm not here? This prophecy is for me when I'm here.
To validate what you're saying, when you go back to the book of Isaiah, that particular chapter, and you read that chapter thoroughly, it talked about how this stuff was going to happen in the days of King Ahaz, like you said. And he took this prophesied child, this son that is to be prophesied. It says that before he is even grown, while he's a little child, at the age where he's still drinking and suckling on milk and honey, as a little boy, as a toddler, right? As an adolescent. It talked about how both the kingdom of Damascus and Babylon is going to fall. Right? This happened. What I'm saying is that this was something that had occurred 700 years before Jesus was even born. How could this have been a prophecy of Jesus and this had happened 700 years before Jesus? Am I going a little too over your heads?
Yeah, no, I get it.
You get it, Yael?
Yeah, I'm good, my guy. I'm just listening. I'm just listening.
Yeah, I just want to know am I going too over your head? So what I'm
No, I mean, as far as the virgin birth goes, no, that was correct, my guy. Yeah.
Yeah, this here, what we're reading, we're not reading the King James Version. We're reading from the Hebrew version, the version that the Israelites wrote themselves, the non-tampered version, right? And in the non-tampered with version, the prophet Isaiah never prophesied a virgin birth. Now, I'm going to go to that same chapter, right, in the European white man's Bible, and watch and see how they lied about that translation. Because the scripture says Ha'alma Hara, which means the young woman is pregnant. The young woman is child. A woman that is pregnant is with child in her belly right now. It didn't say that a young woman will with a child, right? It said that a young woman is with child right now. And that was 700 BC. That was like 700 years before Jesus was born. The prophet was saying that the woman had a child. She was pregnant 700 years. She was talking about a whole nother incident that had nothing to do with Jesus Christ. Now, I'm going to show you how the Christians mistranslated this verse. Now I'm going to the King James. And this here is a mistranslation. Present. Allow me to share my screen. Isaiah 7 KJV. The Hebrew text said Ha'al Mahara, which means woman is pregnant right now. Right? Now we go to Isaiah 7:14 in the white man's version. When he translated it, go to 14. Did it share? Is it up?
Yeah, it's up.
Okay. If you can see 14 here, it's for the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin. See how they slipped that word in there?
Yeah.
That word comes from Ha'alma. It says it's not a virgin, it's the woman. Ha is the, not a. And Alma is young woman. This is the young woman. Right, is pregnant. This here translated as the young woman shall conceive, like that's some futuristic shit, bro.
Yeah.
But the Hebrew text said that the when in 700 BC, when the prophet said this, the prophet was saying that young woman was pregnant right then and there. Which means that prophet Isaiah never prophesied a virgin birth. Which makes the New Testament a lie. Now let's go to this New Testament scripture that prophesied this lie. What's that? Matthew what? 1? That's Matthew 2. Right?
Yeah.
Let's go to Matthew 2. Matthew, the 2nd chapter. Allow me to share my screen. stop screen. Now share screen again. Get this other screen up. All right, now we're going to the lie. Well, this is why we don't accept the New Testament, because the New Testament is straight BS, man. Right? Did I share it? Is it up? Is Matthew 2 up? Yeah, it's up.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to read this, Matthew 2. It says, Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod. Now, if you read the book of Isaiah, Isaiah said that this would happen in the days of King Ahaz. It didn't say it was going to happen in the days of King Herod. That's a flaw right there. Am I correct, Eric?
Yep.
The flaw. The scripture said that Isaiah, when he prophesied this, he said it will happen in the days of King Ahaz, not in the days of King Herod. But this here say, now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of King Herod, this is the wrong prophesied king. It wasn't supposed to happen in his day. He said, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and to worship him. Herod the king had heard these things. He was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when they gathered all of the priests and the scribes of the people together and demanded of them where Jesus should be born. And they said unto him, in Jerusalem, in Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet. Now, my question to you, this said that it was prophesied that Jesus was going to be born in Bethlehem of Judea. There's not one prophet in the Old Testament ever prophesied this.
Nope.
No prophet ever prophesied that Jesus was going to be born in Bethlehem of Judea. No prophecy say a Messiah is going to be born in Bethlehem of Judea. So when they said, thus it was written by the prophet, ain't no prophet wrote this stuff. This is a fucking lie. I'm a master of the Bible and a master of the Old Testament, and no prophet ever prophesied this. And thou Bethlehem in the land of Judah art not the least amongst the prince of Judah, for out of thee come a governor that shall rule people Israel. Jesus ain't never ruled over Israel. He never did. He never ruled over Israel, not one time. Herod was the king of Israel.
And in fact, it's a scripture that they asked. When he came up, they asked him, "Did you ever say you was the king of Israel?" And he said, "My kingdom is not even on earth."
Yeah, he said, "My kingdom is not even of this world." You know, so this stuff here is all fraudulent, man. You know, so it said, and Herod, when he had privately called the wise men and inquired them diligently what time the star appeared, and I'm trying to skip down to where about this prophecy of him being born in this virgin birth. Where was that at? Let's down to 14. Let's skip down to 13. It says, and when they departed, behold, the angel of the Lord. Remember I told you about these fake angels, man? Come on, man. Fake shit, bro. And when they departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared to Moses in a dream, saying, arise. I mean, not to Moses, to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word. For Herod will seek the child to destroy him. When he arise, he took the young child and his mother by night and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord to the prophet, saying, "Have I called my son?" Now, I'm gonna skip to something real quick. Now this here is telling you another lie, telling you that the prophets prophesied that God called Jesus up out of Egypt. I'm gonna tell you where they got this from. All right, y'all. This is where they got this. They got this from the book of what book was that?
Oh, you talking about
Hosea.
let me
Hosea
see,
1, Hosea. Now my question is, what prophet prophesied this again? They keep this Old Testament, the New Testament keep lying about the Old Testament, saying that Testament's prophets made these prophecies, and they damn prophet made these prophecies. I'm gonna prove it to you what I mean by that, right? So King James allow me to share my screen. Did that Hosea come up? Yeah, it's up.
it's on Hosea
Okay,
11. It's
I
on
ask you,
Hosea 11,
the
1
New
through 2.
Testament, Matthew sitting up here lying. Yeah. So Matthew is lying, talking about a prophet prophesied that Jesus was going to be coming up out of Egypt, that God brought his son up out of Egypt, that God was going to bring his son up out of Egypt. This is a lie. The prophet that said anything close to that was Isaiah, and the Christians will tell you that this is Jesus. But when you go to Hosea 11, it says, when Israel was a child, I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. Did it say Israel or Jesus?
Israel.
Yep.
Who did it say? It didn't say Jesus. The prophet Hosea never prophesied no Jesus, bro. He was talking about Israel the whole goddamn time.
Yep.
It said, when Israel was a child, I love him and called my son out of Egypt. He called the Israelites out of Egypt through Moses, remember?
Yep.
These Christians is taking this scripture, lying to you, making you believe that this is talking about Jesus. This ain't talking about no damn Jesus. So
And
we get back up out of that, going back to that Matthew text.
when
Let me
you
get back
go
to that.
when you go to, when you finish that, go to Isaiah for me again.
You want to go back to Isaiah real quick?
Go to Isaiah. Hold on, let me look. Let me see. I was just looking at it. Isaiah.
But before pull that, find the text. And I want to hit this one part real quick about this verse stuff, and we can just leave this.
Wait, it's part to that too.
Thing alone. What was the virgin birth? What was the virgin thing at? Huh?
Oh, the virgin. You talking about the virgin thing?
Yeah, where Jesus would be born a virgin.
Okay, hold on.
Where it would be fulfilled by the prophets that a young woman shall bring forth a child.
Hold on, I'm looking it up now. Let me see. Okay, let me see. The virgin shall conceive. And God will bless when Joseph.
They call his name
Try.
Emmanuel.
Yeah, try. Dang, what a verse? I see it right
It should
here.
be
I think
Matthew or Luke.
Try Matthew 1.
No, I didn't in Matthew 1.
Lord appeared and it was the son of David, the son of you and name. Where's it? Where is it? In Matthew 1. Matthew 1:20 is the jump about when the angel is talking to Joseph and telling him that she would be pregnant by the Holy Spirit. And the virgin would, so it's Matthew 1:20 to 23.
Okay, so we'll read that. It says, and arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Israel, right? For they are dead which sought the young child's life. And he rose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Israel. Heard that when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither, withstanding being warned of God in a dream. He turned aside into into parts of Galilee, and he came and dwelt in the city called Nazareth, that it may be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet, that he shall be called a Nazarene. Ain't no prophet ever prophesied, man, dude, the word Nazarene ain't even a word in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You won't even find Nazareth. Nazareth doesn't even exist in Old Testament day. Ain't no prophet. You see all of this fake stuff. Ain't no prophet prophesied none of this stuff, man. Another verse in here that I can't find it right off the bat, but it's talking about, and I'll tell you later, Yael, so you can get it. That talk about a young virgin shall bring forth a child, and this is supposed to be.
It's Matthew 1:20 to 23.
I didn't see that. Oh yeah, I didn't see the virgin part, and nowhere in there.
What you at Matthew 1, chapter 1?
Oh, you said on 1. Okay, I'm on chapter 2.
Chapter 1, verse 20 to 23.
Okay, chapter 1. Okay, I was off. You got that scripture. You got that scripture and Isaiah
Yeah,
lined
I
up.
got that. Yeah.
After this.
Yeah. Go down to 20.
Okay, there it is. Isaiah 1:23. It says, "Behold." It says, "Behold, a virgin." That's a lie. A virgin shall bring forth a virgin shall be a child and bring a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, being interpreted God with us. In verse 22, it said, "Now all of this was done that it may be fulfilled, which was spoken of by the prophet, saying, Behold, a young virgin." Ain't no prophet said that. Prophet, when he was speaking, he said, Al-Mahara, which means the young woman is pregnant. It didn't say nothing about no virgin, right? And it didn't say nothing about a virgin shall become pregnant or that a shall have a baby. It didn't say that. It said that a young woman shall be with child, that a young woman is pregnant, meaning a woman is with child. It says, "Behold, a young woman." That's what the prophet prophesied. Ain't no prophet ever prophesied nothing about no damn virgin birth, man. And then all of this other stuff where it was saying something about all these prophecies that they keep saying that the prophet said about Nazareth. And man, there ain't no prophet said none of these things. So I land my plane on that. So that's why, Yael, these are some of the learnings. When I began to learn the Hebrew language and I began to study the language, and I was appalled and found out all these preachers is out here lying to us like that. All these Christians out here lying to us like that. All these Jews and fake Israelites out here lying to us, bro. The fake Israelites, the black ones. I ain't saying the fake Israelites is white. I'm saying fake Israelites is fraudulent Israelites, and most of them are black, brother. These new age Israelites coming up out here, these niggas is fraudulent and fake as hell, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that time, Yael, me and you met this one West nigga downtown, this scary looking nigga. He was dressed in all black boots, big afro, glasses. We went to go meet this brother, and he was talking about killing people and shit on when the new year come in, and oh, you remember that shit, Yael?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He
Number
was
four,
talking
he was like,
real reckless, boy. I mean, that was a long time ago, so I know he know he was on some dumbass shit back then.
yeah. But they got right now, them niggas got the biggest Israelite movement on the planet right now, misleading the world, bro.
I know, but I'm just saying they off though, bro. They off.
They tell them when back then that shit that they was talking about, that shit was few far in between. Wasn't no Israelites talking crazy like them, was it?
Man, they was talking real reckless. I'm talking about like they was ready to go in the battle on some shit for real, for real.
Now, Eric. Now, this is you're listening to nigga the effects of what niggas was saying from them groups, man, them fake Israelite groups before 1999. Now, Eric,
Yeah.
let
Mhm.
y'all know. Let y'all know what happened to those groups after 1999.
Um, uh, they started coming out and trying to expand like the places like ISBK I knew of because when I first came into
About the false
it,
prophecy of Jesus coming back and all that shit.
oh yeah when I first started dealing with ISBK, they taught that Jesus was coming back with 2 million aliens and they was going to slave white people and rape the women.
You remember them telling us that, y'all, these 30 something years ago?
Bro, I remember when they was talking to us, telling us about what they was gonna do and all this other shit.
Do you remember them telling us that black peoples is kiss asses that they gonna start by killing us first?
Yeah,
Yeah, they said they
yeah.
gonna kill it. Yeah, they basically said they gonna kill anybody
They,
that ain't basically a part of their groups.
yeah, I mean, no, they were when them boys were talking about. They were just straight up talking about. Yeah, they finna just start laying motherfuckers down, bro.
For real, bro.
Yeah, they was on some. They was real. I'm talking about talking real reckless. Like, but in order for them to get towards the white man, they got to go through our own people first. Any damn way.
Yeah. But see, they talk about killing white people and ruling the world, but enslaving white people. But because black people kiss white people ass, they gonna kill us first.
But
They gonna kill up all the cool niggas first, and then they gonna kill a white man. Y'all gonna do all of that on January 1st, bro?
I mean, but I mean, man, like I said before, that was so long ago. Look, this is 2025. See what I'm saying? Look how local.
Hey, look what happened. Remember, they say in the year 2000, the Messiah was gonna come, and we slaying everybody. This 1999, December 30. The next day, Jesus didn't come. You had Israelites, man, that was killed, walking. They had jobs. They was like, "Oh, Jesus coming tomorrow, nigga. I'm quitting this job. Fuck y'all." You know, there were people, man, when they came to find out January 1st, Jesus didn't come, man, people was committing suicide and every motherfucking thing, man. And see, this is why it's important that you learn the truth, man. Because you got niggas up here lying about Jesus, and Jesus ain't even an important figure in the whole fucking movement, bro.
Yeah.
And you got niggas committing suicide, killing each other, hating each other, families being disfranchised. You got Israelite groups out here disenfranchising their fucking family, man. All in the name of a fucking false ass cult, bro. You know, this is why it's important that you learn the truth, man. You know, once you know the truth, can't nobody pull the rug up under your eye. Once you learn the truth, you'll start seeing, man, all these fraudulent ass people. And then you'll understand why we as black people is in last place.
Hey, yeah, I got
But you
two verses I wanna show you, Penny.
drop it. You want to drop it or you want me to pull it up?
Yeah, you can drop it. I mean, you can put it up. I ain't on the computer.
What's the verse?
One is I'm gonna show the Isaiah. I want to show Isaiah 7. Isaiah 7, 6. Let
You
me
want to go
see 6.
KJV or it don't matter?
We can go KJV because you can explain. You can explain it because we already kind of explained this part. I just want to see a little part of it.
Yeah, at 7, Isaiah 7 what?
Go to Isaiah 7:10.
It's moreover the Lord spake again unto King Ahaz, saying, Ask thee a sign of the Lord. Ask it either in depth or in height above. But he said, I will not ask, neither will I tempt the Lord. And he said, Hear ye now, O house of David. Is it a small thing for you to weary man? But weary my God. Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a child and call his name Emmanuel. Butter and honey shall he eat, that he may know to refuse the evil and choose the good. Keep going.
What verse was that?
I just read damn near all of that, all the way down to 15.
Okay.
Did I miss
Because
something?
because this one, when I'm reading, says a little bit different. Because it says, but the king refused to say, no, I'm not going to bother the Lord with anything. And then Isaiah said, oh, house of David, you are satisfied and exhaust my patience. You exhaust the Lord as well. All right, then. The Lord himself would choose the sign. A child shall be born a virgin and shall call his name Emmanuel, meaning God is with us. By the
Mm-hmm.
time the child is weaned and knows right from wrong, the two kings you fear so much, the kings of Israel and Syria, would both be dead. So it's telling him that this child is a sign because these two nations that he feared is going to kill him. God is telling him, when I send a sign, knowing that these two nations would die before this child even do a certain thing. So this is
Yeah,
a prophet.
we
This is a prophecy in the time of Ahaz while he's still alive.
and you gotta keep in mind that when the prophet prophesied this 700 BC, Christ didn't come around till when? At the turn of the millennium, the first century AD,
Yeah,
right? So we're looking at like 700, 750 years possibly
yeah,
before Christ was born. The prophet was prophesying a young boy that was going to be born in his days and in his time. Before this child was able to wean himself off of milk and honey, right? Before he
yeah,
was able to wean himself off, these two kings, which was the kings of Syria and Damascus, who they were in war with at that time, those kings will be dead.
yeah,
They die in this little boy's time. And that happened in the 7th century BC. 700 years before Christ was born. This was not talking about Jesus.
yeah. And I
Yep.
got one more verse. I got one more verse. Matthew 16, verse 21 to 24.
All right, let's get there. I gotta share it. Share my screen.
And I'm gonna read it from my phone, when you pull it up.
Almost there. 16.
21. Yeah, Matthew 16, 21 to 24. Yeah, go down to
You want to
21 to
read it?
24. Yeah, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it from my phone where it say, all right, now from 21 to
You want me to read
24,
it or
it
you want to
says,
read it?
from the time I'm gonna read it. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All
Yeah.
right. From the time forth began Jesus to shew unto his disciples how that he must go into Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed and be raised again on the third day. Now check this out. This is what he's saying to them, and this is what Peter says. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, "Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee." Now, why is Peter saying this? Because Peter knows the Old
Because he know that
Testament.
that ain't
Because
right.
he know the Old Testament. He know this is not a prophecy of the Old Testament. He's like, "What are you talking about? This is
Yeah,
not supposed to happen to you."
that's right. That's right.
And this is what Jesus said to him. But he turned and said to Peter, "Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an
Mhm.
offenser to me, for thou sayest not the things that be of God, but the things that be of men." Then said Jesus to his disciples,
Basically,
"If
Peter
any
thought.
man would,
Go ahead.
disciples,
Go
any
ahead. Go
man
ahead.
would," he said to any disciples, "If any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." So he basically telling you, don't even believe in
So
yourself
basically,
or
Peter.
what you understand.
Basically, everything you know, everything you thought you know, basically you was taught 1+1 was 2. Don't believe that. Follow me.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you
Mhm.
know, you was taught to hit Martin Luther King got killed. Don't believe that. Follow me. You know,
Yep, just pick up this cross and follow me.
yeah, you was taught the history of your people. Peter knew the history of his people, and he was like, "Man, but this can't be.
Hmm.
Never
Yep.
prophesied these things. This can't be." And Jesus
Hmm.
said, told him pretty much like, "Oh, pretty much, nigga, follow me or you fucked up. This is what it is." Basically, Jesus gonna sit up there and have him follow him into a fucking fraud.
Yeah. You're prophesying. He made a prophecy and made it seem like this is some prophecy that happened. And Peter looked at him and said, "What are you talking about? This ain't no prophecy. This not in the Old Testament. This not supposed to happen to you."
Yeah,
And
ain't
then
no
he called,
prophet ever prophesied.
and then Jesus turned around and called this man a adversary.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, he pretty
Yeah.
much Jesus. Peter called his ass lying, so he pretty much how we do. We sit up there, see people lying, and you call us devils and demons.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We sit up there and tell you that your whole New Testament is a lie, and first thing you do is call me a fucking devil and a demon.
Yes.
Don't even break down the text and look at the text to see was I telling the truth or not. I'm an Israelite. Peter's an Israelite. Peter knew Israelite history. He knew the Old Testament. He knew what no Old Testament prophets prophesying all the Matthew he lied about.
Yeah. And I told you because I had a debate. I'm telling people again, I had a debate with a preacher back in the day, like I said about 10 years ago when I first came on Facebook, and he was teaching that Jesus was God. And when we got out for debate, you know what this man told me? He said before we debated, he said, "Man, Jesus has to be God." And I said, "Why you say that?" I said, "Because he said because if he's not, he committed blasphemy."
Well, he committed blasphemy, brother.
Yeah,
But Jesus ain't God, bro.
yeah,
We could go on all night showing you all these false prophecies in the New Testament. There ain't no prophet in the Old Testament ever prophesied.
yeah,
As you can see that they sit up there and try to come with that out of Egypt have I called my son and try to make it like the prophet would talk about Jesus. Then when you go and read the words of the prophet wasn't even talking about no damn Jesus.
nah. Because a lot of people don't understand that if they would go into the time of Moses, they will understand that Israel was always called God's son.
Yes. Way back in Deuteronomy, early in the Bible, the God said that Israel is my son, even my first begotten. And
Yeah,
just to help you not be confused, Hosea said, "Out of Egypt have I called my son." Right? But it said Israel too, right?
yeah.
So it said Israel, my son, right there in the same damn sentence. How can you confuse that? Jesus' name ain't Israel. Israel
Nope.
is Jacob. Jacob is Israel.
Yep.
Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. Jacob. Jacob is Israel, not Jesus.
Yep.
They'll try to lie to you and tell you, well, Jesus was an Israelite. That includes him. That includes him too. Well, you got to prove that, brother. There's nothing in the scripture to indicate that Jesus was an Israelite. In order to be an Israelite, you got to have an Israelite daddy. And Jesus didn't have no daddy.
Yeah. Hey, I
He
remember I
didn't
was talking.
have a father.
I remember I was talking to some other Israelites that that believe in Jesus, and we were talking, right. And I said, well, so what is Jesus? Is he God, half God or half man? They said he's man, right? I said, so if he's a man, he only got 23 chromosomes because he only got 23 from his mother, and he ain't got no father. Then he said, oh no, he's a God. I said, well, if you say he's a God, then you're going against the commandments that say God is one, and there ain't no other God but him. So they was all broken up. They ain't know what to do.
Yeah, man,
Because
we all fought.
if you calling this man a human, he got less chromosomes than the monkey. I mean, I hate
See,
to say it like that, but
they'll try they'll try to mislead you. They'll try to mislead you, man.
yeah.
Mislead you and have you to think, man, all this stuff is about Jesus, man. I'm gonna tell you this, man. It ain't one prophet in the Testament had Jesus nowhere in their thoughts, brother.
Yeah, no.
That Jesus stuff was something that Europeans created to give them leverage over the Israelites. And it is the tool. Christianity is the tool that white people use to enslave the Israelites and to take their
I'm gonna say
Yep.
it's that great.
their God.
I'm gonna
Yep.
say it's the great. I'm gonna say it's the greatest deity they ever created.
Jesus.
Yep.
The greatest
Who was
deity
it?
they ever
The
created.
deceiver. He's the deceiver.
Yeah, he's the most
Jesus
worshipped
is the
being.
gate.
He's the most worshipped deity in the world.
For real, bro.
Yeah.
That's what he is, a deceiver. He's here to specifically deceive the world, bro.
How many of our people, man, died, man, waiting on
Remember,
Jesus and Jesus did this shit
hey,
for them?
look, Yasha, remember earlier when you brought up that episode of the Black Jesus? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And how their mother she didn't want to give the Black Jesus his props, even though everybody in their family got blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The whole family got blessed, but they ain't want to acknowledge the power with the blackness. They ain't want to acknowledge that. But that he was put here to be a deceiver, though. That's for certain, bro.
Yeah. You got Jesus that was blessing everybody. James
I'm
hit a
talking
lick
about
with everything.
everybody got on. Michael got on. JJ got on. Hey, look, they daughter went to the market and got some money too.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody got on that day, bro. And
But mama
that
say
was
just
just the
because
power. Huh?
mama say just because he black, he gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, yeah. Sure did. And I
Man,
couldn't believe that shit. I couldn't believe that shit because either way it go, she shouldn't have never went against her husband against for that white man any damn way. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
man. Hey,
That's
but you
where
know what?
they separated the household right there, man. Because now
Yes.
what she did was went against her husband, who was the head of the household, for the white man.
You know, while we talking about that show, I've been watching Damon Wilson, which is the guy who played Lamont Sanford.
Yeah.
Man, he been going in. You hear me, bro?
I
He pretty
heard.
much, he
Where he on
much
YouTube?
he pretty much said what you just said, man, that they created them shows, man, to fuck up the black families, man.
Yeah, that's what it was, bro. It did separated the black family, man. More so than
Yeah, I
anything.
mean, 'cause you look at the mama, they try to make her like she was a wholesome woman on Good Time. That lady was a bad woman, man.
Yeah.
She was a straight white kiss ass.
Yep.
Yeah,
I hate
Mm-hmm.
to
Yep.
say it.
Yep.
remember on Sanford the Son, the Mark was talking about the first loss of the Jews in Africa.
Oh yeah, Lamar. Yeah, Lamar. I remember that. Lamar was always in like. Remember when he called it? What's his name? Modibo. When
Oh
he
yeah,
had
Oh
the
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Where he had his dashiki on,
yeah,
Yeah,
and Fred was walking around eating all the sausage in that shit.
yeah,
He was mad than a motherfucker. He like, well, I'm finna eat your sausages in this dashiki, nigga.
yeah.
He was mad than a motherfucker.
Oh man, I
And
about
what
to go
about
watch
King
that show.
Stafford? King Stafford, the one where he was talking about the philosophies. Hey,
Yeah, yeah,
Fred.
that's what Fred did the Jew did the DNA test thought he was a Jew thought he was a
Oh
Jew
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just
yeah,
seen that episode, dog. So
yeah.
did
And
And
Lamar
he
Fred
was like,
thought
couldn't
yeah,
find out he was
and
a
Fred,
Jew.
he
yeah,
seen that he
Cause
seen
Fred
that
was talking
royal
about how
seal. He seen that royal seal.
yeah, because Fred was talking
Yeah,
about the white Jews, and then and then Lamar
He
was like,
went
no,
and
it's
got a
black
real
Jews.
white man.
Yeah, he was like, it's black Jews and the culture philosophy people in Africa. 'Cause I remember he had said something about it.
yeah. See, that's what gave Fred the big head. Fred like, there's black Jews. You
Yeah,
mean to
Yeah,
tell me I'm the son of King of Solomon?
yeah.
And that was the name of the show was King Safford. Fred was
yeah,
walking around. He was
He
walking
was
around.
proud than a motherfucker. I'm talking about
Hey,
proud,
the
nigga.
nigga walking around charging shit, talking about I'm the king of Israel. Put it on my
Yep.
tab.
remember the show with Richard Pryor when he went up into Egypt and he found out everybody in
Yeah,
Egypt and they end up locking him in the tomb.
yeah. But you know the message is the message has always been it's always been like in the loop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's
Well,
always been like
it's
a loop.
still like that today. It's still like that today. Because that Emmanuel thing, Christ is here. Oh yeah, that's true though. That's the only part of the New Testament that I have to say that is true. The Emmanuel that part, yeah, that Emmanuel, what the name of Emmanuel means is Christ is here. Oh yeah, God is here.
Yeah, God is here, but He ain't
God is
coming
here.
through Jesus Christ. I can
Yeah,
tell you
but
that.
he,
yeah. Emmanuel
You know,
means God is Emmanuel
but
means
yeah,
God is with us.
I'm just saying that's what that means. That the God
yeah,
is
that's what
here.
that means.
Yeah,
Yep. But that's the truth about that. That's the one part of that whole statement was true. Yep, God is here. So in the coming days, people will know. It
But
will
see,
be. It
I'm gonna
will
let you
know.
in on
They
the
will
secret.
know.
The secret is this: God is here, just like how He was in that Old Testament. He wasn't with Jesus; He was with Israel. Right now, the name Israel in
He was with
the
Israel.
name like the name Israel in Hebrew. When you translate that in Hebrew, it's Yasha which is He that will rule. He that will rule with God, and He that
Yep.
will rule for God.
Yep. Yep.
See, this is what this thing is about. This thing is about Europeans taking our land, our power, and our
Yep.
God from us. That's
Yep. Everything. Yep.
and
Hmm.
and the world is going to be is being tumbled upside down because God said, out of all the nations on this planet, Israel is the nation only.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
what I'm saying, we're God's chosen people, and you turning us into whores, drug dealers, prostitutes, all kind of crazy shit, bro. And the reason they're doing that is because the world rich off the sins of the children of Israel.
Hmm.
If they can keep you sinning, they can keep you.
Well, one thing I can say is, brother, but he was everything to every man in this sense because that's how I was when I was on the street hustling. When I was on the street hustling, I used to be out there with my guys, but I never thought that I was better and I was, above nobody, bro. I bowed down, man. I stood at their level, dude, to be with them, bro. I took a pay cut to be on the street and hustle with them niggas because I didn't want to be or act as if I was so holier than thou. You know what I'm saying? But that would let me know that for every season you had to you had to adapt. You had to be. You had to become that person that the world needs at that time, man. You know.
That's something like the
And that's,
Apostle Paul said. You know, that's kind of like some New Testament kind of
I mean,
ideology.
no, I mean
You
as
know,
far as it's not. I'm just saying to be every. You have to be every season. Like say for instance, I like a Jamaican say I wear many hats. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I work here. I work there. At one time I was a cook, and then I'm a next minute I'm that and that. But the every season I had to. But every facet of my life I was teaching the word. I was enlightening. I was trying to. I was there with people, bro. But that's what you had to be, bro. You had to become light in
well, I'm
darkness to people, man.
I'm
You
tell you
know.
what happened to me when I was working at this factory for about 10 years. The one I was trying to get you to come in, right? And there
Hmm.
was Israelites there. I was there first, right? Other Israelites came there after me. Now I'm gonna tell you what your ass niggas do. They try to criticize me. When they see another Israelite that got that knowledge that's better than them, they're gonna immediately get rid of him, right? So they
Hmm.
try to get rid of me, nigga, and I'm the main Israelite in this bitch, the oldest, the grandest, the smartest. But y'all try to get rid of me, man. You know, what was my point I was gonna say? Uh Oh, so you know what? I'm gonna tell you what these niggas try to do, man. They try to say, yeah, y'all should be hanging with the sinners. We be hanging with the heathens. He be over there smoking.
Exactly.
He be
Exactly.
over,
But yeah.
hold up. But they use that as a tool to ostracize me. And what I'm telling you is that religious people, when you say stuff like this holier than thou attitude, if you ain't got that, religious people go down you. We're not religious people. We cultural people over here. But religious people, if you ain't got that, they're going they're going to say that you're just like the heathen, not knowing that Jesus was right amongst the heathen.
That's why I keep trying to tell you that that's who Jesus hung with. The low life, the poor. He hung with people
Okay,
that didn't
I'll
have
give you, I'll give
shit.
you, I'll give you a prime example based on your experience with me. Do you remember that time that we went over to the Israelites' house, the up in the Israelites, and I brought all these thug niggas in their house? They looked at y'all like y'all finna rob them, man.
Hmm.
You don't remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I brought the street niggas that I've been ministering to these house, and they looked at y'all like y'all street niggas. Like, oh man, we gotta get these people up. They looked at y'all like y'all invaded the motherfuckers, man.
I mean, I know, I know. I mean, but that's how we came up in there, though. Hell yeah, I'm quite sure they thought that, bro. You know.
They got up in there and they saw us talking and heard us out. They should have stopped. People couldn't wait till we left, man.
Hmm. Well, that's fear again. That's fear, bro, because motherfuckers scared of what they don't know, bro. You know.
This is up in West Side people. You know how they is,
Yeah,
man, about the
but
East
that
Side.
look, but that's fear. That's them operating in fear, bro. But ain't
Yeah.
no reason. No, wasn't no reason in hell. And I say
So
that literally. There ain't no
so
reason in hell to fear me right now. And back
my
then,
point to
at
bring
that
that
time,
up is my point in to bring that up is to show you and to prove to you that religious people will use that as a crutch to down you.
no. But you know one thing about it. That's the reason why I'm not a religious person, bro. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker that's into religion can't even talk to me like that, bro. Because I don't even
Yeah,
believe they ass. You know,
yeah,
a person
religious,
that's religious is done. He's dead while he walking.
yeah,
He's a
religious
dead man
motherfuckers.
walking, dude.
Religious motherfuckers is a dead man walking, like you said.
That's what that is, bro. I ain't trying to be with that shit. I ain't of the world. That's some worldly shit, bro.
Yeah, the
That's
religious
all that
man,
shit
he
is,
don't think for him. He don't have consciousness for himself. I'm telling you, he become literally dumb. I mean, Eric, tell Yael how many times you seen people turn dumb for Jesus.
Oh man, I'm talking about. I don't heard people say Jesus
We're
was an
talking about
angel.
dollars and shit. When it comes to
Yeah, yeah,
Jesus, they get real stupid.
yeah.
Oh
One time
yeah.
I was talking. One time I was talking to a dude. Like he's straight like a scientist dude, like science. So we talking, and he said, "Yeah, but I believe in Jesus." I said, "So you believe Jesus walked on water?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "So you know the science, but you know scientifically that's impossible." He was like, "Yeah." I said, "But you see what I mean? Everything you know in reality, this is not real. For some reason, when you go into that book, all reality and science, everything gets thrown out the way, and that's the
Yeah.
problem."
See, when you go to that Old Testament, you a lot of mundane, down to earth stories that you can relate to. It's New Testament that you get all the magic, the spooky, all that crazy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, you're right. You're right about that, my guy. Yep. Hell yeah, you're right about
Motherfuckers
that.
walking on water, resurrecting from the dead, and all kind of unreal shit in the New Testament, man. Motherfucking aliens and all kind of crazy shit start happening.
He's an alien.
I mean, for real, man. Crazy stuff, man. Is in that New Testament, and what's happening now? What they doing now, since we own that, what they doing now, they're taking the New Testament, right, and flagging things to make the world appear, make it appear in front of the world that the New Testament is unfolding itself.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
it's not. They false flagging this shit. They making this. God ain't doing this. They doing this.
Oh yeah, and I want to say, any of y'all Jew followers, y'all can come on the show or tell him to come on the show that we want to speak to him.
Yeah, I want to, because this is about the fifth time, man, one of y'all Jew followers that came on my platform talking that craziness, man. You know
Yeah.
at me, man. I mean, quit sending your followers and your flunkies over here, man, and come holler at me like a man, dude. I start looking all in my TikTok page. Man, come holler at me like a man, dog. Y'all guys be talking all this shit about y'all. Man, y'all guys be talking that y'all Jesus, y'all the Messiah. Y'all be talking all this shit that y'all big with, and y'all the reincarnation of this. You a big prince, and you are this and that. If you all of this right, why don't you come holler at this little ass man right here? I dare you. I'm not gonna curse you. I'm not gonna disrespect. I'm just gonna let you know that this Jesus shit a fraud. And if you say you the return of Christ, then you a motherfucking fraud too, nigga.
Yeah.
You gonna say you the return of a motherfucking fraud? Come on, man.
I mean, but the whole thing about it is, boy, look, reality, hey, look, the real truth, when reality set in, oh my goodness,
I
all
want to
these
talk to this
motherfuckers.
nigga because you said
It's
you
on.
the return of something.
You talk about. Man, stop it, dog. Reality gonna fuck everybody up, dude. That's all I can tell you. Cause the
You the
truth,
return of Christ.
the truth definitely gonna set you free, bro.
Nigga, you saying you the return of Jesus. You saying you the return of something that never came in the motherfucking first place.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
saying you the return of a lie, basically, nigga.
well, the whole thing about it is, that people, you can't even say you the return of nothing when you ain't did shit. Definitely, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, Jesus said he come to set the captives free. Let me see you go up to that white man and free us, nigga. I dare you.
Mm-hmm.
You see what happened to the last nigga who tried that? Or the last Negroes with an S. Malcolm Martin, the whole Black Panther Party. And do you see what happened to the Ben Ami, Yahweh Ben Yahweh? Shit, you name it.
Yeah.
Adam Clayton Powell Jr. You name it. You come to do this. How are you going to free us? You ain't got a plan? Give us a plan. Give us a working model on how possibly what the fuck you said could work.
Yeah.
Do something. Do something to let us know. Do something to let them know, to let us know that they know you here.
Yeah, and he ain't even saying he said he's a Ethiopian Jesus. That's even crazy.
Nigga, you a fucking fraud, nigga. You's a false Christ, nigga.
No, but anybody that basing everything they talking about on a man-made religion definitely doesn't know what they're talking about, bro.
Yeah. See, I got the man who created Christianity, Emperor Constantine, and all the ecumenical conferences that came after that.
Mm-hmm. Cause that's all they following is man-made religions, bro.
Yeah.
That's all
Now,
they following,
they
bro.
no man make up the Hebrew Israelite religion. There's men
Well,
who recorded it. There's men who recorded the works, but ain't no man make up the way of life, man. What I mean by ain't no man make they didn't make it up. The laws through some trial. They didn't make this shit up.
Yeah.
They learned it. They learned it. Don't sleep with another man's wife. They learned that through trial and error, when you put your penis in another man's woman, that it's gonna cause problems.
Yeah.
They didn't make that up. They learned it through trial and error, dummy.
mm-hmm.
Make that up is don't shut my door. Don't leave out my door at 10 o'clock. That's just making up shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't cook no beef in my. You just making up shit.
Yeah.
You ain't got a history of this. You ain't got a culture of this. You ain't got a tradition of this. You just up out your mouth and say, don't eat no beef in my house. You made that up.
Yeah.
The Israelites learned through trial and error. 1,000 years of living on this planet, you eat this animal, your ass gonna die.
And think about it. And all these ancient towns, all these ancient places, Israelites are one of the first people that actually created the incest law. And these even people that don't believe in the Bible don't do incest and don't believe in incest. And I'd be like, well, your ancestors that you claim like Egypt did incest. And all these certain other places did incest. But the only reason you don't do it because you know biblically, because it was told biblically first. And then
Yeah,
science backed it up and said, yes, it's true. You don't supposed to have sex with
yeah.
your sister or your first cousin.
In fact, one of the things that separate the Israelite faith from all other faiths is sexual deviancy law. We're the
Yeah.
only people on this planet who came up with laws against sexual deviancy.
Yep.
I ain't gonna ask you, is you aware of that? Because you must be aware of it. You brought it up.
Yeah. I
We are
tell
the
people
only
we the
people.
first people that created the ancestors law, and we the first people to ever tell you that we are gods
Gay,
as a nation. Because
gay,
everybody that say they gods, they got that from the Bible.
gay, adultery,
Yeah.
prostitution. All that shit was accepted in the old world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what?
So any group like the Nation of Islam, the 5%, all of them, anybody that's saying they God, Israel was the first people to ever say as a people we are God.
Yeah, Israel was the first people to say that we were
Now
God.
Egypt had a human God, but they was the king or the pharaoh. They never did it as a nation of people.
Yeah, that was him. He was the one God. Said all of us is Elohim.
Yeah.
Because it's plural. You see, all of us together constitute Elohim, the body of the body. I mean, if some hard to believe when you went to church, you saw yourself as the body of Christ. How come
But
the
no,
Israelites?
but you back in when we was going to high school, when we was listening to Wu-Tang, they was like, "Peace, God, peace,
Yes,
God."
yes,
And they were popping it up, but we wasn't really comprehending that shit, bro.
yes,
They was too above our heads back then, bro.
yes.
I mean, for
But see,
real, man.
but see the fact, but 5%ers is a branch of the Nation of Islam teaching, and the Nation of Islam through Elijah Muhammad is a teacher of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan, none of them taught the Quran, even though they was
Right,
Muslims. They taught from the biblical versions.
right. They was
Mm-hmm.
Muslims that taught the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
More they taught the Bible more than they ever taught the Quran.
Mm-hmm.
The Nation of Islam was big Bible. In fact, I can't even remember anything. I remember Farrakhan quoting the Quran, but I'm talking about very seldom, bro.
Yeah.
He quotes the Quran so seldom that I'm not even sure that he knows Quran.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
I never seen him. I never seen him teach us. So I don't know.
Oh,
You
you
ain't
know
never
what?
seen.
You know what? And you're right. I haven't seen them do that either, bro.
Yeah, I never seen him teach the Quran.
Read out of the Quran. No, I seen them do it once or twice, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But it was real quick and simple though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
real in and out. It was nothing to
Yep.
let you know that he took the Quran as the supreme book,
I'm telling. I'm for real. It
or it
was
was
real
nothing.
quick. Yep.
Yeah, you see how we just broke it down in English and in Hebrew. He'll never do that with the Quran.
Nah, I see him in churches. He be in churches teaching and stuff.
That nigga might start doing the Holy Ghost and start speaking in tongues.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because one thing about America has used Christianity. Christianity has dominated Islam. How the fuck do Christianity dominate Judaism and Islam?
Yeah.
Yo, black Muslims is Christians. Yo, black is Christians here in America.
Yeah.
How the fuck
Yeah.
do you?
Yeah, I told you I had a Muslim friend because I thought Muslim thought Jesus was a prophet, but I got a friend that's a Muslim, like an overseas Muslim, and he told me that they believe his part his section or sect of the because it's different sects like church, but his sect
Yeah.
of Muslims they believe that the Gospels, the Old Testament, and the Quran was all brought by Gabriel. And I had to tell him, I was like, men wrote them books, right? And it's like they really believe that an angel came down with the books and gave it to them. So I was like,
Okay, but that angel gave you a book that said right there that the pens of the scribes did create error. Basically, this book that you telling me that the angels gave me and said, did y'all get that?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Yash?
The Bible, the Muslims say that the angel Gabriel. This I tell you about all this
Yeah.
fake.
Yeah.
They say that this fake ass angel Gabriel came and gave humans the Old Testament and the Quran.
And the gospel.
But the Bible itself, the Old Testament says that men wrote it. That's a contradiction.
Not only
Yeah,
the Old Testament.
that is a contradiction. Yep.
Not only the Old Testament, y'all said he believed that they brought that Gabriel brought the Old Testament, the Quran, and the Gospels.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that you saying the angel brought a book to mankind, but when I read this book said things wrote this book.
Yeah.
See, that's what I love about the Bible. The Bible didn't mislead you and tell you I wrote this book.
Yeah.
The Bible told you that humans and scribes wrote this book.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, humans wrote that. And then he got mad at me because I told him, I said, so let me ask you something. Because he wanted to debate me because he had just became one.
This how you set him up, E. This how you set him up. You say, okay, so you said that the angels brought these books, right? He's going to say, yeah. So if the angels brought these books got to be holy, right? He's going to say, yeah. Okay, well, in this holy book, this book said that it was written by human beings.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck or why did God waste his time giving a fucking book to an angel? He just gave it to the same humans that wrote it.
Yeah, and see, and look, I asked him this, right? Because I was like, I wasn't trying to make him mad, but he got mad at this because I asked him, I said, okay, the Old Testament speaks on God and God is one and only worship God. The Quran speaks on Allah and says that Jesus is a prophet and not a savior. And then you got the gospel. So where does the gospel fit in how do y'all worship? How do y'all follow the gospel
Basic,
and the Old
this,
Testament and
this,
Quran?
this is like what they did. Like, see the rap albums I get. That's just like Theophilus going to my grandkids like an angel or some telling them, giving them my, look what the Lord told me to give to you. Right? And then when they go back and listen to it, they be like, my grandfather wrote this shit.
But see, my thing is how.
That's
But see, my thing is how you going to give you how you how is you gonna get how is somebody gonna give you the Gospels and the Quran when the Gospel, Quran, and the Old Testament don't even agree with the Gospel? The Gospels and the Old Testament and Quran don't even agree with the New Testament teaching.
Hey, look, the Gospels, the New Testament, the Old Testament, and the Quran. All three of them bitches hate each other, bro.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They hate each other. They preach against each other so fucking bad.
Yeah.
How in the fuck could these Jews, all these books, how could you as a Muslim read all three of these books when dude, if you read the Old Testament, that'll cancel out every other book that if you read that Old Testament, there's no need for a New Testament.
Yeah. And you know Muslims, Muslims teach that the Quran is actually the correction of the Bible. They saying the Bible so messed up.
How is the Quran the correction of the Bible? The Bible talk about Jesus when the Old Testament don't even talk about no motherfucking Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
This is the fuck shit that I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah.
Who is lying with the Christians, telling the same lie Jesus was prophesied in the Old Testament, and he wasn't.
Yeah.
We just New Testament talk about all these prophecies, and you won't find none of them prophecies being prophesied about this guy, bro. Nowhere from Genesis to fucking Malachi, bro.
Yeah.
Now you can fix yourself. You could do down, right, and make yourself believe some stupid shit like that. But you would have to believe in this shit. It will require a great lapse, bro. You would have to be dumber than a fucking third grader, bro. I'm saying
that's why I call them straight jackets.
Yeah.
Because
how
like I said,
how would I look at these Christian scholars? You got a doctor's degree, you got a master's degree, but you say Isaiah 14 is about Jesus?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing. Isaiah 14 or 7. Ain't neither one of them said nothing about you. His name ain't written nowhere in there. Ain't nothing in that book that describes Jesus or none of that. Except for when you mistranslated that word virgin. And now that's a mistranslation, so that shit get thrown out the window. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say it's like when they get inside it's almost like going into a matrix when they go into the New Testament. It's like everything, all reality, everything they learn, everything they really understand as reality gets thrown out the window.
Yeah, it is. It is. I was just sitting up here thinking about that same thing because I mean, when I was working, I gave all my loyalty and all my attention to working, bro. And that shit was just wasn't right, man. Because God made me question myself, man. I was doing too much. I wasn't dedicated to Him, man. I wasn't totally dependent upon God, bro. You gotta understand. If I'm going to work and kissing the white man's ass, then I'm not dependent totally on God, bro. I'm punching that clock, making that money, and I'm doing what the fuck I gotta do to survive. But that's not what God wanted me to do, bro.
Yeah.
That's bottom line. That's all that let me know, man. That working and dealing with this world today, that's not what God wanted me to do, bro. God got greater things for me to do, bro. So, telling you,
if it's so, it play itself out.
Oh yeah, and that's what it's gonna do, bro. All the time. That's what it is. Yep.
What you said is so,
what is mammoth, man?
A material gain.
Yep, and that's what they looking for. That's what everybody into. Mammoth, man. Yep. That's
Yeah,
what
but
they want.
you gotta
That's
have
like
money.
a
Though.
poor man, I mean rich man trying to get into heaven.
See, I
He
like the
ain't
Old
gonna
Testament. I like the Old Testament because the Old Testament is down to earth, man, and it tells you a man if a man don't work, a man ought not. You know
Oh yeah,
that
look,
tells you
that is the
if you
truth.
sitting on
That
your
is the
ass,
truth.
if you sitting on your ass, then you deserve to be hungry. That's what the Bible that I read. Now, when they get to adding this New Testament shit in there, then that's when people start getting misled and start believing that other shit. What I do know for a fact, if you don't take your ass to work, if you ain't out here doing to generate money, you gonna be in trouble in America, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, because
Well,
I'm gonna
that's the
tell you,
whole thing. Hey, look, but look,
You'd have been
you
in
make
trouble
your
in
bed, you gotta lie in
America.
it, baby. That's all that means. You gotta
yeah,
make your
yeah,
bed,
because
you gotta lie in it, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
I'm
you'd
gonna
have
tell
been
you,
also not only in America. I'm saying that if you want to sit around and say, "Well, I'm just going to sit here and just wait till God just bless me," you
Hey,
know,
look, ain't nobody waiting for God to bless us. I'm blessed now, bro. God
yeah.
is here, bro.
Do
But the
you?
whole thing about it is, look, the whole thing about it is this. You gotta believe in yourself, bro. You can't be
Yeah, but
you can't let the
you got to
world you
be.
can't let the world bombard you with bullshit,
Yeah,
bro. But God,
but
look, God telling me something totally different, man. You know
right,
that.
but that same book say faith without works is dead. And
It
you
ain't
just
look.
can't sit here and just be believing. You got to be
Faith.
believing and acting.
Hey, look, my faith depends on one person and one person only, and that's God, bro. And one thing about that is, if that's all I got, that's all. Look, in the coming days and the months, you're gonna see God shine, bro. But the whole thing about it is, everybody that understand or everybody that is on the outside looking in, they gonna have to gravitate to God anyway, because that's what prosperity is. That's where abundance, all that is part of the currency, the flow that I'm into, bro. I'm into prosperity, abundance. I'm into all that shit because I got to have it my damn self, bro. I ain't talking about just being broke, bro. Hey, look, all that shit gonna come to me, bro, because I am, bro. That's what I am. I am, nigga. So everything gonna work out in this damn self, bro. But you gotta have first. You gotta have faith in your damn self, bro. That's what faith. You gotta have faith in yourself and in God to know that
Yeah,
God would never set me up for failure. He ain't gonna set me up for
right.
failure. I
I'm
know
gonna tell you,
that.
I don't know how I don't know how faith works for other people, but this is how it works for me. Right? See this chair right here. I have faith that that chair is going to hold me up, but I'm not acting in faith until I sit my ass in the chair.
Yeah,
You see,
yeah, all right.
just
Yeah.
thinking that that chair is going to hold me up don't mean nothing. It's the works. I got to get off my ass and I got to get off my feet and go sit on my ass in that chair. That's working my faith. And then when that chair hold me up, then I'm moving in my faith. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm operating in my faith because originally my faith was that that chair was going to hold me up.
Yeah, but that's because you because of what you hope for. That's what you hoping for, my brother.
No, that's what I'm
A
having
substance of
faith
things
in.
hope for and hope for, wish for, all that.
No,
Yeah,
but that's not hope. You know, that's faith because faith
that's
is
right.
is
Yeah,
being
exactly. My bad. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
faith steadfast. You know, being
Mm-hmm.
unchangeable. You know, like say
Mm-hmm.
for instance, God said, "Don't eat pork. Don't let nobody make you eat no goddamn pork."
Mm-hmm.
God said, "Don't sleep with a bitch on her period. Don't let no bitch let you trick her to sleep and put your thing on like she bleeding." That's being steadfast is standing on God's law, statutes, and commandments and not wavering. That's what faith is. Anything other than that's some Christian shit, some Muslim shit, some janky ass preacher shit, or some motherfucker who just made up some shit off of what he read on his own.
yeah, yeah, because I'm
Blind
gonna
faith
say
shit.
I'm gonna say when I was a I'm gonna say when I was a Christian, I was a believer in Jesus, and I was under the Christianity Israelite. I believe the more poor I was, the more broke I was, the more people hated me, that I was more closer to Jesus. and that was the destruction that it happens to a lot of people. They'll tell you don't go to work, don't worry about money and the stuff that are gonna make you survive while they living good. You know what I'm saying? And that's
You
that's
know
why
what? I remember
that's
when
what
I
I
was
seen.
believing. I remember when I was believing in Jesus as an Israelite, and I was running with some of those One West guys. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, man, one of these One West guys, he grew up to be a big One West leader, actually. But he's my cousin's baby daddy. He's a murderer. He didn't kill Israelites for not believing in him, right? We talk a crazy sick nigga like that, right?
Yeah.
Man, well, I'd lost my whole frame of thought. What was I at?
That shit happens every now and then, my guy.
You say what?
That happens every now and then, my brother.
Somewhere between the herbs and me, it's so energized, I blew a fucking fuse.
all the time, man. Yeah.
But yeah, my man, he was
You talking about
like I
your
said,
cousin?
man.
You talking about your cousin baby daddy?
Yeah, I mean, we talk these just foul Israelites, bro. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I mean, I can't remember I was piggybacking off of something that you said,
I was
and
talking
I
about,
can't remember.
I was talking about how when I believed in Jesus that I thought the more poor and down low I mean the more poor and low I was that I was more closer to Jesus.
Oh yeah. So we would go. My man he would be he was like Yaju. He was a Yaju type dude. Out of all us, he the only one got his girl with him. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Yep.
So he kept his girl with him. And one day, his girl wasn't like Yaju girl. His girl was looking at us like we was a bunch of fucking weirdos, right?
Mm.
And one day his girl came, he said he's talking to me, yeah, I'm about to come through and pick you up. Me and my girl coming through. They came through, it might have been about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And we went out, we got us something to eat, and we was chopping it up. And the girl told me, she said, you know what? He said, y'all be talking all this stuff about God. But she said, why is it that every Israelite man, this man take me to go pick up? Hey, man, we don't got no job.
Oh yeah, I look, hey look, but you know what? Everybody's different, dog. Everybody's different. But what I would say is though, shit, man. I feel you on that, my guy. But the whole thing about it is, do you actually think in your mind that I want to be without, or do you think God don't want me to be without money or success or all that? See what I'm saying? The whole thing about it is, I believe God want me to be wealthy, bro.
Yeah,
So if
think
I
you're right.
believe God want me to be wealthy, I don't know what the fuck y'all thinking, because
Yeah,
I know I
don't think-
want to be. I
yeah,
know
I
I
don't-
want to be wealthy. Any motherfucker.
yeah, God said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor have I seen his seed begging bread. He said, faith without works is dead. You know,
No,
he
I mean
just said,
I think
But
part of the problem
you
is that
bringing the New Testament into it, though, man.
no
I
no
mean, but
no I
but
think
but
I
it's
think we
but
I think
but what I'm saying, I mean, I'm
hold
bringing the New
on, let me
Testament into it, and I am, but
Yeah, man.
but that's the old, that's the Old Testament too.
But
You remember how we was
that's
reading?
well, look, but
Do you remember how we was
that's
reading
still
the
the
New
same
Testament?
shit, keeping the nigga in bondage.
Right. But I can dig that. But do you remember how we was reading the New Testament? And Peter was an Old Testament Jew, and he was like, this shit doesn't supposed to work like this.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that in that New Testament, there was people in there that was saying shit that was deeply rooted in Old Testament, and a lot of times they was contesting
Mm-hmm.
heathen ass ideas,
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
and that was one of them, because you just can't believe in something. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I want to go get a job. You know, motherfuckers like, well, one day I'm gonna get a job. I mean, what I got faith God gonna give me a job. What you think God gonna do? Just knock on the door, do. Who is it? It's God. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It don't happen like that, my
You
guy.
have to get up and go do. You don't even have to go get a job. You can use your own skills. Go fix houses. Go work on cars. The bottom line is you have to feed
Oh
yourself.
yeah, no, look, I ain't never talking about me. I'm always got some works on the flow, jobs on the flow, my guy. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying though that preferably I prefer to not have to depend on shit for
Now
nothing.
I'll say this. I'll say this as Israelites, it wasn't intended that we work for Gentiles. I will say that. But
Yeah,
we are coming out of captivity.
yeah.
So as we're coming out of captivity, the Most High is empowering us to you where you should be able to do the things of your heart and to fulfill your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Because every last one of us has the power to do whatever the fuck it is that you
Hey,
want to.
look, and that's where I'm at, my guy. Honest to God, true.
Do.
That's how I feel about it, bro. That you just summed it up right there, my guy.
You
Right
know,
Yeah,
there,
because
man.
I was saying,
I
I
want to
think
make this simple without putting too much of my business out there. I don't want to work for the Europeans no more. So now I'm a farmer,
I'm
right?
serious.
Right?
Yep.
Now I'm a farmer, and you can't say that I'm selling drugs or that I'm illegal because if you look it up, what I do is legal for recreational usage here.
Oh yeah. Ain't no
And
doubt.
and guess what? About a month ago, they just passed a law in the federal government dropping it down from a class 3 to a class 1.
Exactly. Yep.
So the whole idea of me doing something illegal and against the law, y'all need to just set that shit on up.
Oh yeah.
You know, that's not founded in nothing but your own stupid ass mind. So all I'm saying is that I'm not working for white, right? But I am doing something to generate something for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because what I'm saying is that I was taking care of my mother for 2 years and wasn't doing nothing. And wasn't God didn't help me, bro. I was in this bitch starving, wearing dirty ass clothes, holes all in my shoes, and God wasn't doing nothing.
No,
He,
but that was look. That was because we all make that choice, bro. You know
yeah, I
that.
mean, hey,
That's what we settle. We settle for that, bro. You
but
know
see, the
that.
thing about that is God gave me the mind to be able to deal with that, to be able to be able to
You
just.
the only one that could go through some shit like that and survive that shit, nigga.
You said
Everybody
what?
else would have committed suicide, some other shit,
Yeah.
some dumb shit.
What I'm
Yeah.
saying is that I took that dude. I'm making hella money doing this shit now. But what
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. But
I'm not
the
working
normal average everyday brother wouldn't have never went through the shit you
right,
went through, bro.
but when you're working for yourself, you're gonna go through those hills.
Yeah, yeah, but look, that's because that's what we settle for. That's the
Yeah,
choices we make. You know, like you make your bed, you gotta lie in that shit type shit. Like in my situation, like I say,
yeah.
hey, look, this is exactly where God want me to be by my motherfucking self, and it's a reason why I'm by myself, my guy.
Well, one thing,
Cause
one
why?
thing about a man
God got a plan. God
I'm gonna
got a
tell you about
plan, baby.
I'm gonna tell you about a man being by himself, right? That's some of the most alpha shit that you can do because you get to know yourself. And
That's what I'm trying to tell you, God.
you get to know your motherfucking self. Oh my God, that is a power. That is
Yep.
do you know how many black men that really don't even know the essence of their own manhood and their self, man?
I'm trying to. Hey, honest to God, true. Amen. Honest to God, true. That's the truth right there.
Mhm.
Cause I'm just not getting into myself, bro. I'm just not learning how to know me and love me more, man. And get to knowing getting to knowing me more was me waking up in the morning, watching the sun rise, watching birds fly outside my motherfucking window. Why? Because God wanted me to see that, bro. He wanted me to see the beauty of simplicity, bro.
When I first,
The
when I,
simplicity of life and of the existing period, bro.
when I
I
first
didn't understand that shit until now, bro.
when I first started dating and things, man, and for a long time, I felt like I needed to have a woman. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I just have a woman to complete my manhood. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
You know, I would say all the way up until probably about 40 years old. I kind of felt that way. You know, the more women I got, the more masculine I felt. You know
Yep,
what I'm
yep,
saying?
I did too, my brother. Yep.
I would say around 40, 45 years old, I had gotten a new awakening. I had just got to the point to where I stopped dating. And I just wanted to be by myself. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
doing that, I got a chance to learn myself, right? I got
Yeah,
a chance to know myself. What I'm trying to say is that the first 40 years of my life, I wasn't the man that I was supposed to be for me. I was the man that I was supposed to be for somebody else.
yeah. You
You know
right.
what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that like say for instance, my mother used to say, well, a man, a real man to do this, and a real man to do that, and a real man to do this. So you know, a real man gonna get a job. A real man gonna take care of his. Right? A real man gonna go to college, or a real man is gonna do these things, right? And so what I'm doing is now this is a woman telling me what the fuck a man is, like she one of them,
Mhm.
or like she could ever be one, right? You know,
Mhm.
and she's not, and she can't tell me what a man is. You know what I'm saying? Because she's not one, right?
Mhm.
Because the reality is, a man is nothing more than a male that is grown, that is past 21 years old. A grown male. That's what a man is. Now you got
Mhm.
different kinds of men. You got smart men, dumb men, lazy men, rich men, poor men, right? But see, what it is that I was looking for manhood outside myself. You know, trying to live up to other people's standards of what manhood and masculinity is. Motherfucker, long as I got dick and balls, you can't tell me that I ain't no motherfucking man. Well, a real man to do this, you see, and this is what I'm trying to say. That what I'm trying to say is how I got to learn myself. I got to learn what a real man is. I got to learn what a real man does and what a real man does not. Because, like I was saying a long time ago, I was telling you I was raised by a woman, so I was raised to see life through the lens of a woman. Man,
Me and you both. Look, me and you both, my brother.
masculinity is not passed down from woman to man. Masculinity is not something that you inherently born with, or none of that. Masculinity is something that little boys grow into, and it is passed down by other men. And if you ain't got no real masculine man in your life, then you have not been initiated into manhood. And this is the
Mhm.
reason you got all of these quote unquote bitch made niggas out here. You see, because a man with a father in his life operates much different than a nigga who didn't have a father in his life.
Mhm. Yep.
That's why nigga, I take my hat off to you. You right there for your little boy. You gonna get him the things that you didn't have. And you watch to see how he turned out just because you in his life.
But man, that's because man, I didn't have a job and I worked. My job was raising him while my baby mama worked. See, I
Mhm.
did that all while my son was I was going. My son was in going to school. I was at the house, bro. I was
Yeah.
watching him,
You,
man, while
yeah,
my baby mama was at work, bro.
he probably was up under you probably as much, if not more than his mama's, you know.
You
So,
seen that? You seen when he's at church with me? That was
yeah.
our time together, and you see where he was at, man.
Yeah,
You know?
and what happens is that just look how guys like how me and you had to figure out a lot of shit. You
Yeah,
know, because you got daddy and your daddy and you got a daddy in your life. You know, your daddy gonna guide you down this path, and
yeah.
he gonna drive on the roads that me and you walked on.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna easily skirt past it because he have a vehicle called a dad that we didn't have.
Yep.
You know, if I
Yep.
if I had a dad in my life and I was running up the street with guns and all this crazy shit, you think my daddy would have put up with that shit? My mama didn't put up
Somebody
with
was
it.
gonna
My
be getting
mom,
their ass whooped. Somebody was gonna get their ass
hey,
whooped.
I had a mama and I got my ass whooped.
Hey, look, me and you both. I'm trying to tell you, dog. You better believe Gwendolyn McKee was whooping my ass on the regular, bro. Especially, hey, look, it wasn't me. It was water. It was me or water.
And
But
look,
you
now
better believe it.
imagine mama whooping your ass there when daddy come home. Now you can get it again.
Oh yeah, but
And you can get a
shit,
massive ass whooping
that
from
was
daddy.
look. That was back when you got two ass whoopers. But I never had to get, Hey, look, I never had to deal with two ass whoopers because that one ass whooping was enough, dog. Especially with stitching cords, man. My mother was using stitching
And
cords, nigga.
that shit was almost abusive.
Man, shit, nigga. This the truth right here, nigga. Stitching cord, nigga. You get mad. That was straight up getting your ass beat back then in
And
the
stitch
'70s,
cord,
bro.
yeah, stitch cord. That was the ultimate ass whooping right
That
there.
was the ultimate ass whooping is the stitching cord, bro. So believe you me, it was effective, but the thing about it was it still never taught me how to be a man, man.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah. The thing about
At
it
the
was,
end of the day, it still didn't
the black
accomplish the motherfucking
because
objective, dog.
because because mom, like I told my mother used to just beat the fuck out of me, and I used to tell her, "Mama, something. Why you just can't talk to me?
Hmm.
You know, I do something, and you beat the fuck out of me as if though I should have known better, and you never taught me better."
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, look, everything I'm doing, I'm winging this shit, dog.
Yeah,
So
we
and I
win.
know you gonna whoop my ass, Bubba. Come on, let's get it over with. Come whoop my ass and get it over with. But everything I was doing, I was winging that shit, nigga.
Yeah.
Like straight up, nigga.
Hey,
I'm winging that shit.
the first time you stole something out the store, you didn't know you were stealing. At least I didn't.
Hey, look, I knew I was stealing, but look, the one like I ain't know until I got caught though. And you remember I was up at Kroger's, nigga, up there on Warren. You know I was up there at Kroger's all the time, stealing back the candy and shit back in the days, nigga. I used to come to the crib. Look out for everybody, but shit, when that motherfucker caught up to me, boy, they got my ass together.
I didn't know. You're right. I didn't know I was stealing until I got caught. And when I got caught, it was then that I know that I was doing something wrong.
Yup, that was the yup.
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't know it was stealing so to the point to where I couldn't wait to go shopping with my mama. Cause soon as we got down there the aisle by the where the conveyor belt at, that's where all the candy was shit at. I thought they was just giving that shit out. You know, thank you for shopping. You know.
Yeah, and grab me one. You like,
that shit in my pocket. And then one day, one of the guys saw me and told my mama and shit.
Yeah. Because you had got too comfortable doing it.
Yeah, buddy.
That's all that was. Hell yeah.
It was
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I'll take shit and put it in the basket. My mama take it and put it back on the thing.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? Fuck it, I'll just put it in my pocket. Yeah, shit. All right.
Yeah.
And then she taught me that was stealing, and then that was wrong. And from that point on, I knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
No, yeah. But I'm saying I did a whole lot of stealing before I found out that shit was wrong.
Oh yeah. Hey, look, dog. Me and you both, motherfucker. I agree totally, dog. No.
I couldn't wait till my mama go to the grocery market, nigga. All the candy bars and gum and all that shit.
I had to get to realize that the mirrors up on the ceiling were not there just for looks, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta learn these things.
Hey, look, all the while I'm looking at them in that mirror, I'm looking at myself in the mirror up there, and all the while I got candy in my pockets and all types of other dumbass shit. So that was the dumbest. Hey, look, I didn't know that was the mirror they was looking at me in. Like, nigga, we ain't waiting for your dumb ass at the door, nigga. Come get your dumb ass up out of here.
What's the reason why the Bible says train up a child in the way that he should go? That when he's older, he wouldn't depart from that. See, you have to teach your kid, man. That's wrong. You don't do that. Because we didn't come into this world knowing laws and rules and shit. You know, like
Yeah.
you said, I didn't know that big ass mirror was up there to stop me from stealing.
Yeah. I told it, dog. I thought it was just up there just for niggas to get his reflection and shit, you know. All the while, that motherfucker sure see my ass in that mirror. Like, motherfucker, I see your black ass. Come here, nigga. I'm like, damn, what the fuck what did I do wrong this time? And that was what I did wrong, looking in that mirror too damn much. I was so fucking around.
But I didn't know. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I didn't know. Like I said, first time I was out stealing and all that. You know, I didn't know it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't know it was wrong. You know, when I got caught, that's what I found out because I got in trouble. Ass whooping, and you got that lecture. You know,
Yeah.
you know. But the thing with, you know, like I said, with the dad in the house though, man. You know, like my mother just used to beat the fuck out of me, and she didn't do a whole bunch of talking. You know what I'm saying? Your dad is going to make you thoroughly understand why the fuck he's mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I tell people, man, the way the children was raised, and I'm glad I got you on here, man. You know, like how the way children was raised. You know, I think about, you know, being with no male in the house. You know, I think about how how the moms would let us go outside and play and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't really call us unless they wanted something. You know what I'm saying? You know, they would let us go out there as kids and play. And I'm telling you, as a little bitty boy, I couldn't have been no more than about 6 years old, man. Me and my friends be hanging out 5, 6, 7 miles away from the fucking house, bro. And my mother think that I'm just up the street or next door or something. We stayed over there on Marlboro, man. We all downtown here, bro. We on Marlboro between Jefferson and Kershable. That's where we live at, but here you is 6, 7 years old hanging out all day over there off Mac. You too young for that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying that when we was kids, we used to play hide and seek. It's cold the whole neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Play games like High Go Get It, the nasty game, right? And I'm bringing this up for a reason. You know, the reason why we was able to do that stuff and play those games is because, let's say when my mother would come over to our house, my mother, she could get in with your word. She just drop the kids off and let the kids go play. You know what I'm saying? The boys, and I remember one time I got caught in the closet with your sister with my pants down. You dig what I'm saying? And guess who caught me? It wasn't my mama. It wasn't your mama. It was what? A man. You see, because a man is gonna sit around and think like, okay, these motherfuckers are going too long. Something ain't right, and then they're gonna get to snooping.
Oh yeah, but that was back. We was playing hide and go get it back then.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, and we wouldn't let Walt know. You know what I'm saying? You know, because you know, it's only, you know, we just eat shit. You know, we never played them games like that with Walt. You know, me, you, Cedric really was Cedric the one who taught us how to play those games. But all I'm trying to say is just that when I got grown, right, and I had children, and we let our children go play, right? The mothers will go and repeating that same cycle, letting the kids just go fucking play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was me, daddy, that would sit around. Okay, I don't hear them. I don't see them. Where they at? You know what I'm saying? It was me, the father, that okay. I seen them. They've been going outside too long. I'm just gonna go check them. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's important to have fathers in that house, because fathers remember growing up, and we remember the games we played, and we're going to protect our fucking daughter. You see what I'm saying? You know, for somebody to be playing around with your daughter, it hurts the father way more than it hurts the mother. You know, the idea of getting penetrated don't hurt a woman as much as it hurt a man.
Mm-hmm.
You dig what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you, my guy.
A man just can't have no idea. He ain't having that. You know, a woman is upset because you just took somebody raped and took the cuckoo without permission. A man is mad because you took his daughter's virginity and you wasn't supposed to be there. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
We mad that you penetrated our daughter, whether she wanted you to do it or not. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The mother wouldn't look at it as sexual deviancy if the daughter allowed it, right? Nigga, I'm looking at it as whether she allow it or not because she living in my house. She ain't got the right to say nothing like that. I do. I control that cuckoo down there until she ain't out my house. See, that's the mentality of a father, man. A father gonna be protective over his kids, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless he's just a fucking deadbeat dad.
Mm-hmm.
You got them. You got in-house deadbeat dads. You know, I had a friend who dad taught him how to sell drugs.
Mm-hmm. Well, basically, though, my brother. But this goes back to, like I said, this world we living in, man. There's so much different, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I mean, honestly, bro. As I grow older, at my age right now, at 55, man, I hope to be able to live longer so I can learn more, so I can be more successful in what God got planned for me. But in all reality, like I said before, it just this existence, me being in the world as I know it today, man, this been a learning experience, man. But it gets better than this, man. And
So
God,
let
like
me.
I said, He got a plan, man. And
So,
it's gonna come to the light, my guy.
so
Yep.
what is your? So, so what do you think about the show today?
Oh man, I think it was. I mean, man, I enjoyed it, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I enjoyed just being able to communicate. Get. It's actually like a avenue for me to release my attention and say some words of encouragement. But yeah, I think it was cool, my guy.
What about the information? Was it clear? Was it did it sound shaky? Did it sound
I
fraudulent?
mean, no, man. You know what? All this shit is what it is, man. I mean, from the angle that I'm coming from, bro, right now, man, like I said before, this is cool, bro. I ain't got no problem with that. Like I said, of course it's gonna be better once I upgrade my shit and I get a tablet and all the little gadgets, little headphones and all that little bullshit. But in reality, like I said, man, that shit that that's if God want me to have that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
I
ain't
mean,
even really thinking about that shit from that
now,
perspective, because I really
now,
don't.
now,
It ain't about what I need no more. I ain't thinking about that shit like I need it no more.
maybe this may be a blessing to you.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know whether you know it or not, but I got like two or three motherfucking tablets that the government gave me. And so I'm saying that if you got a food stamp card or a Medicaid card or anything like that, man, there's people giving away the motherfucking tablets every day.
Oh yeah. Well, like I said, you know how it is, but the shit. And look, you gotta have
All
the
my tablets came
Wi-Fi. You
from the
gotta have that
government.
shit with the Wi-Fi on it, though,
No,
bro.
no, it's automatic. It come like the phone, unlimited
Yeah.
data.
Yep. That's what I
It
need
already
then.
come with data already in it. The only
Yep.
thing is you got to use it like once a month. If you don't use it, then you'll fuck around and fuck it up. You know how the government phones is. You got to use it. If you don't use it, they'll cut the service off.
Oh yeah. Yep. I know. Yep.
They want you to use it at least once a month. If you don't use it once a month, then they'll cut the service off.
Oh yeah. Yep. So it will.
Yeah, I
Yes, sir.
have two tablets. Well, one of them I paid for. I paid for Metro PCS. They had a special. It's a real little one. I paid $15 for that one. And I got another one around here. I paid $100 and something for, but I can't even find that thing. And I got two of them. two other ones that came from the government. Back when I was on food stamps, I use not food stamps. Back when I was on Medicaid, I used my Medicaid card to get it.
Yep, but yeah, that's cool, man. That would be cool, my guy. Yep.
Push come to shove, shit. If you need one that bad, and you ready to really, really get down with the research and shit, then you have one of these motherfuckers. I got so much shit on there. I just have to take off of there.
Well, like I said, my brother, whenever you in the neck of the woods, you already know what to do, my guy. Just, drop that shit off, my nigga. That's all.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is that you could easier get one quicker than I can get over there.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, I probably run into my boy Juan, man. His girl. I'm trying to make sure I get one with the unlimited on that motherfucker.
And look, and then they even got people that's so out cold with it. They'll tell you that fuck it. Well, if you ain't got the Medicaid card, then give me like $15 and you have this.
Oh yeah, that's all I need to see then. Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They only make $10 off of each one. So if you gave them that $10 or maybe $15 for that bitch, they gonna make sure they give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, they want their money.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the reason why they giving it to you, because the government give them to them, and for every one they give away, they get $10.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, so that's what we be doing, man. We just be chopping it up, man, about the scriptures, and we talk about different ideas. Today I didn't want to make the show real long and exhaustive, going into the Bible, because you can kind of lose people. Just go in and hit that, tackle the subject matter and get out of there.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do? Do you go into what you gonna do the next time, or what? What not?
What you mean, like next time I'm going up?
Yeah, next time you going online, what you do? Do you come with a pre-dialogue hookup where next time I see you on the next episode of Yasha from we'll have blah blah ski this that no.
If you go back, this is my channel, right? I'm gonna give you a link to the channel. If you go on there, it's going to be. I'm telling what I'm going to do. It depends on what the next inspiration. There's a couple guests that I got lined up, but they ain't got the time right now. But when I got a couple guests lined up. The next show could be one of them. Eric got a show tomorrow where we actually people. This here is an open mic chat today.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you that's why you was up here. If you have something to say, or you have some questions, or just feel free, because this was an open discussion. Tomorrow Eric got an actual lesson, an actual presentation where he's showing slides and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, he actually showing sources, where he get his information from. All of that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good presentation. Eric does pretty good presentation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you know how motherfuckers do, man. That's why I asked you that question. On the next episode of Yasha, we'll be discussing blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's good that you asked that. Because it informs the public who's listening. See, like right now, we had like 6 or 7 people listening earlier. Now it's only 4.
Mm-hmm.
By tomorrow, it's probably going to be about 100, maybe 200 people. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So people is listening. People watching us right now. I like YouTube. Because YouTube is like the modern day television. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, people treat you like you're a star, man, when you got your good show going.
Mm-hmm.
I bumped into people, man. Ain't you that guy to be on so and so show? Ain't you the guy that was on such and such? Ain't you the guy that did this? Ain't you the guy that did that? And it's all be, oh man, women. Oh my goodness, Steve. I'll talk about tons of women. Oh my God. Yeah, I mean they love me, man, on social media, man. You know what I'm saying? This channel here, I'm going to eventually end up archiving this channel. I'm starting a new channel because the government has this channel shadow banned. These shows get very enlightening, and I should have a couple thousand views, but pretty much they got me banned because of the shit that I be talking. So I
Oh
got
yeah.
I got to start a new channel.
Oh yeah. You know it's too raw.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's too raw. You said stuff like Jesus. Jesus ain't real. Oh my God. That's see, what people don't understand is that Judaism, they say Christianity came from Judaism, right?
hmm
Judaism was the Old Testament. You see what I'm
hmm
saying? Meaning that when Jesus came here on this earth, supposedly, Jesus didn't preach from the New Testament. Jesus preached from the Old Testament. There was no
hmm
New Testament that Jesus preached.
Exactly. Yep.
You know what I'm
hmm
saying? So
Yep.
subsequently, he was teaching from the Old Testament.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
because that's the Jewish book, is the Old
Mhm.
Testament.
Yep. Yep.
Christians came on the scene, created Christianity. 300 years after Jesus died, they created the New Testament.
hmm
Mind you, there was no New Testament in Jesus' day. So the New Testament came after Jesus. And we talk about like 300 years after Jesus died, supposedly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
So there is no real way to find out whether Jesus really even existed. Though nobody know what year he was born. They don't know what day, what month. They don't know nothing. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? There's no evidence of none of this stuff. So pretty much as Rome, which was European, was one of the first major dominating country, because Rome had Christianity with it. You see what I'm saying?
hmm
And they used this religion to overthrow Israel, which was in Northeast Africa. And they used it to overthrow the known world. You get what I'm saying? And
hmm
the biggest resistors that they had were a group of black people called Israelites. So what they did was they used Christianity as a tool, to pretty much overthrow the Israelites and over dominate them from their land, dominate them from their God, take all of their property from them and reduce them down to slaves. And then that's how they stole your identity. That's how Jews became white. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
They had
Yep.
all these Europeans in Israel. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to be there and set up homeland, so they could be there so long, so where you could say that they Israelites because they lived in the land. You know what I'm saying? You motherfuckers
hmm
before 1947, y'all motherfuckers from Russia, Poland, Germany, y'all people ain't got nothing to do with Israel, dude. All of that shit is a fraud. What I'm saying is that we were the original Israelites,
hmm
and they enslaved us and overthrew our land. You dig what I'm saying? And
hmm
reduced us down to slaves. You no longer Israelite. You a nigga. You a Negro.
hmm
A chigaboo, right? A coon or whatever these goofy ass names that they call it, spirit checker or whatever the fuck name that they call us. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
They reduced us from being Israelites to being fucking heathen slaves. Do you remember how roots, was, Kunta Kinte? You know what I'm saying? Shit, all it took was a couple generations. You had rebellious ass Kunta. This nigga was a runaway artist. He was a rebel. Just the next generation down, his grandson was the son of a white man ass kicker. You see what I'm saying? It only just take a few generations, man, for them to brainwash the people.
Yep.
He had no inkling of that rebellious spirit that Kunta Kinte had. Remember Little Chicken George?
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah, they were teaching that nigga how to fight roosters and shit. That was the hustle of the day. That's almost like teaching the nigga how to shoot craps or sell drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was the hustle of the day. You know what I'm saying? But it was looked at as bad because they had sisters and shit fighting. And he was the baddest cockfighter in the hood. He was doing coon shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't doing nothing revolutionary. He wasn't trying to break free. In fact, he loved his master because the master was his daddy. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Hell
Yep.
yeah. But man, we getting on here. We done been on here for 2.5 hours, man.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So next time I go on, man, I'll send you the link. We'll probably be on. We coming. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know whether I'm going to send you the link. You probably might be in the audience on that one. Yeah, we're gonna be straight pros up there on that. And then after, at the end, you can come up there, but we allow the presenter to do their presentation. Then at the end, we can ask questions and join in with the dialogue. But we got to let him do his presentation.
All right. Yeah, that sounds like a winner, my guy.
Yeah. So when he go on, I'll let you know. I send you the link. But tonight I'm gonna send you the link to the channel, so you can actually go over there and check out some of those videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send you some videos, the ones I want you to watch, because there's over 600 videos. And that's me asking you to do that is like throwing you in the motherfucking ocean.
I hear you, my guy. I hear you.
Yeah, because it's too much stuff. You wouldn't know which ones to pick from. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's so much. You know what I'm saying? There's better ones that I would rather you check out. You know what I'm saying? And then work your way through them. You know what I'm saying? Because some of them is on advanced level, some is on a mediocre level. I'd rather give you some of the stuff that's easier to digest. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yep. I feel you, my guy.
Yeah, but hey, when the Lord gets finished with you, you're gonna be a monster, bro. You're gonna be on
Oh,
fire for the Most High, bro.
oh. That's definitely in the plans, my brother.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something else about us Israelites. We're not racist. A lot of these Israelites out here racist than the motherfucker. We not racist, bro.
No, I ain't never been racist. That ain't my bag, my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. We understand that we living under white supremacy, but we not racist.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't gonna get nowhere. We ain't gonna get nowhere with that. That's that Malcolm and all them killed.
Yep. Yep.
You know. So, but that being that, man, we gonna close this show out. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all come back over here tomorrow. Eric Mad Scientist got a show and a presentation that he's going to drop. I didn't get the name of the presentation, but do know that it's going to be a real, real good show. And I am out of here. To all of those who are out there listening, I thank you. Yael, Theo, do you want to say anything, man? Before we close, you want to close out?
No, my brother, I'm just blessed to been part of it. Thank you very much, sir.
There it is, and we are out of here. I'll hit you up in a minute, my Negro.
Peace.
Thank you for coming on.
Yep.
Peace.